Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Y.S. Jagannath Reddy's entire cabinet resigned today in a precursor to a mega overhaul a little over halfway through his term ahead of the 2024 state election. 24 ministers handed in their resignations in the first step towards the big do-over after a cabinet meeting. Jagan Reddy, the only member of the cabinet to stay, received the resignations. The makeover was expected as Jagan Reddy had said he would go in for an entirely new team halfway through his term. That was to happen in December 2021 but had to be postponed due to COVID. Moving on to the next news, a Delhi court today ordered the CBI to immediately withdraw the lookout circular issued against former Amnesty International India chief Aakar Patel in a FCRA case. Mr. Patel had moved the court after he was stopped from boarding a flight to the United States yesterday. He sought permission from the court to travel to the US till May 30, 2022. The court also suggested that the CBI director apologize to Mr. Patel, acknowledging a lapse on part of his subordinate. In this case, a written apology from the head of CBI acknowledging lapse on part of his subordinate to the applicant would go a long way in not only healing wounds of the applicant but also upholding trust and confidence of the public in the premier institution, the court said. Moving on to the next news, Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia on Thursday claimed that the BJP was considering replacing Jairam Thakur with Union Minister Anurag Thakur as the Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh ahead of the assembly elections in the state. Addressing a press conference, he said the BJP wanted to make the big change as it feared defeat in the elections with the growing popularity of Aam Aadmi Party national convener Arvind Kejriwal. We have learned from very reliable sources that the BJP wants to replace Chief Minister Jairam Thakur with Anurag Thakur as it is scared of the popularity of Arvind Kejriwal and his model of governance in Delhi, Mr. Sisodia claimed. People of state are disappointed with Jairam Thakur, which has completely failed, and hence they want to give their mandate to the AAP in the upcoming assembly elections, he said. Moving on to the next news, former Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Omar Abdullah was today questioned by the Enforcement Directorate in the J&K bank money laundering case. The Central Bureau of Investigation had earlier booked former J&K bank chairman Mushtaq Ahmed Sheikh and others for alleged irregularities in sanctioning of loans and investments. Taking cognizance of CBI's FIR, ED has initiated a Prevention of Money Laundering Act case. After his questioning by the Central Probe Agency, the former Chief Minister told reporters that no new allegations have been made against him. There is an ongoing investigation, some 12 to 13-year-old case for which the inquiry is going on. I was asked questions and I answered them. If they need me in the future, I will help them, he further said. Moving on to the next news, a US-based cybersecurity group claimed that in a massive cyber espionage operation, the Chinese government-linked cyber groups targeted at least 7 Indian state load dispatch centers in northern India. These centers are responsible for carrying out real-time operations for grid control and electricity dispatch in northern India, US-based group Recorded Future said. The researchers noted that the targeting was geographically concentrated in North India in proximity to the disputed India-China border in Ladakh, although it did not identify the precise locations.